restarting my iPad, so I thought I'd just throw another one in there before I go to bed tonight. So, feeling much better. Years of knowing what to do. How to pack my pillows. I have pillows packed around me to support me, kind of like a back brace, so that I can relax and there's no pressure anywhere. And then proper medication taken correctly. And if I don't do anything stupid during the day, then I'm better that night. And then the next day, I'll be really sore from the spasms. And I have to be really, really careful. If I do anything stupid, I'll be right back to number one. But if I make it through tomorrow, okay, then the third day, I start feeling better. That is so different from how it used to. It was debilitating to the point where I didn't want to deal with it anymore. It was so painful so much of the time. And not just, it's the psychological wear and tear that it has on you, you know? People who have a toothache will tell you that they'll do anything to stop that toothache, especially if it's a bad one. Because you can't escape it kind of pain, you know? So this is one of my bad habits. I think I've mentioned these before. These are pinions. This is the nut that comes out of a pine cone. And I was one of the few people who would run around camp collecting all of the dried pine cones that I could find, and then setting them. I would have the entire bench would be covered with, picnic table would be covered with pine cones, and I would sit there and dig out all the little hard pinion cases. And then I would take my knife and nip off the ends so that you could stick a knife in there and break them open. And I would work all day long to get maybe, at the most, an eighth of a cup. And now I can buy them by the pound. It spoils me because because I couldn't help myself, every now and again I'd have to eat one. The idea was to have a bunch of them together so that when we're sitting around the fire at night, I can have these, 10 or 20 at a bite. A lot of work. It was a lot of work. But they're an incredible source of fat and protein. And this is man, I don't know if there's any better nut around than the one that comes out of a pine cone, or one that's harder to get at. Maybe a Brazil nut, because they're kind of tough to get into. But it's hard to get this out without without breaking this up and mashing it to get through that pinion cover. And I'm wondering how they do it. It must be rollers. They must have a way of sizing them incredibly well, and then having them go through rollers to just break the case but not smash the inside, the pulp. Isn't that? It's weird. I don't know. I have no idea what that machine looks like. And as soon as I get done here, I'm going to go to YouTube and I'm going to find out.